Nailtown Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. First off, I would like to say thank you to everybody that is newly subscribed. I had a very big influx of subscribers since my WIP parade that I posted last week. So thank you very much for joining me and coming on. I am really excited because I have been doing I did a Stitch With Me video, and I plan to do another one of those today. And I have a lot of updates and a lot of things that I've been working on for Christmas in July. So welcome, welcome. Little bit about me for those of you that are new and maybe haven't checked out my first video. I am a third grade teacher in upstate New York. I live in Palmyra, New York, which is just about 40 minutes east of Rochester, New York, which is in the, like, not central, not western, kind of in between central and western New York. So we're really close to Niagara Falls. We live about 2.5 hours from Niagara Falls, and we're about an hour from Syracuse. So if that gives you kind of like that, that location. I have 4 kids. My oldest is 16. I have a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 10-year-old that will be 11 this year. And I do have to put my glasses on because the light is bothering my eyes. I was hoping not to because of the reflection. You can see the ring light, but you're gonna have to deal with that. Sorry if that bothers you. I need to be able to see. I have 3 boys, Ethan, Ryan, and then Adam, and then my 13-year-old daughter is Grace. And talk about them all the time, so you'll get to know them very well. My husband and I have been married for 21 years this year. Very exciting. We got married when we were very young, but we've worked our way into this glorious place, and we're so happy. We live on 19 acres in rural New York and have lots of woods and woodland around us, and it's just a really peaceful place. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. A little bit about my stitching. For those of you that are new, I've been stitching since I was about 12, maybe 10, 12, in that area. I used to do little tiny kits when I was really little ornaments and things like that. When I was 20 years old, I completed, well, actually, I was 21 years old when I completed the lighthouse. It was my first large piece. I will insert a picture of it up in here for you. And that hangs on the wall in my hallway here. Then I stitched on and off for a while and stopped and put it down for a long time. I didn't stitch anything really significant until last year, around March of 2020. I picked up an old piece that I had started a while ago, like a couple of years ago, and I finished it, and it was the first cross-stitch piece I had really finished in 10 years. So then I started another cross-stitch piece, and I'm very close to a finish on that one. That one is going to get picked up in August because I'm going to finish that. It's a Halloween piece, and I'm going to be doing a lot more Halloween pieces in August. But anyway, so I got almost complete with that when I watched my first episode of Stitching with the Housewives, which I think was in July of 2020. And I was blown away. There was new patterns and exciting fabrics, and they were talking about fancy flosses, and I didn't have any idea what a fancy floss was. So I started watching them. Then I started watching Pam and Steph of Just Keep Stitching. Then I started watching the Joy-Filled Stitcher, Annie. And I had about 4 Flosstube channels that I regularly watched. And then I started accumulating some WIPs. And I completed many projects last year. So I completed Afternoon in Paris, all 3 of Lindy Stitch's Cats Love Christmas. I completed a cross-stitch pattern of my own design for my dad for Christmas. And I completed a few other like smalls, like I did a snowflake ornament I completed the gingham ingredients gingham ingredients 1, not 2. I'm working on 2. So I was doing a lot more stitching, and I started a whole bunch of projects. So if you want to check out my whip parade, that is available now. You'll see all of my progress on those whips. So thank you for subscribing, and if you're new, welcome. All right, let's talk about updates. So let's do the Whip Go projects first. So the month of July, Whip Go is Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She created it so that she could work on some of the whips that she hadn't touched in a while. It's like a bingo game, and so you work on whatever numbers are called for the month. Like, you make a board and then you work on whatever projects you put for that number, and then when they're called, you work on them for that month, and you have a goal set. So my goal was 10 hours for number 2, and the other one was number 22, I think. I don't have my notebook right here to refer to. I think it was number 22. Anyways, one was Quaker Snowflakes by Hello from Liz Mathews. And my goal for that one was to work 10 hours, and I completed that goal and then some. I probably worked on this for at least 12 hours. I was having some difficulty with it at first because I was having a hard time seeing it. Again, it takes my eyes a little bit of time to adjust to the Lugana. I'm working on 32 count. So this is the pattern, Quaker Snowflakes by Hello from Liz Mathews, and I love this. And let me see if I can get some of the glare off. I'm doing the blue one. Okay. And before, I had only had a few of the large motifs done, and this is where I am now. So before, I had this one done here, I had this one done here, and this one done here. And then I was working on this one. I finished that one, did this one, did this one, and then this one, and then all the little ones in between. So we're not going to talk, though, about some counting errors I made. I mean, the snowflakes are perfect. There's no mistakes in those, but I did count a little bit wrong when I was spacing out some of these snowflakes, but otherwise I think it looks fantastic. So this Whip Go was completed for the month. The goal was completed for the month. Yay! And I have all these little flyaways like all of a sudden in my hair, so I'm sorry. It's naturally curly and it's very humid. That's my excuse for bad hair days, right? The weather has been so beautiful the last couple days, and I'm actually leaving for my dad's house today, and I won't be back until Friday. But I'll still be able to stitch while I'm there. In fact, I'll probably get a lot of stitching done there. All right, the other Whip Go piece I had for this month was Scandinavian Forest. This is getting really beat up because it's been in the car. But anyways, here's a picture of Scandinavian Forest. It's by Monika Blezien, and it is on Etsy. I'm doing it in all the called for colors. And my goal for this was a page finish, and I am almost to that goal. So the first page is actually this right here, and only half of that big tree. And this is where I am now. I've got a string hanging off of it, so sorry. So I was working on it in the car this morning when I was dropping Ethan off to driver's ed, but here it is. So I just have a few little orange motifs here. I have to fill in the white here, and then rest of this black, and then I will be at a page finish on this. This is going on 18 count oatmeal Aida, and it is 1/1. And I love how quickly this is going and how pretty it's going to be when it's done. I just love those colors, that blue and that orange. So pretty. So those are my 2 whip goes for the month. Yay, I'm hitting my goals for those. Just super awesome. All right, so let's talk about some new starts. So I actually had some SAFs since the last time I saw you. A SAF is a start and finish. So, hang on a second, guys. I have to move my binder so I can get the cover page out for this for you. I don't want to knock my camera over. I'm sorry for the little bit of jostling. This, by the way, is how I take care of all of my PDFs. So they are in a binder so that they stay neat until I go to use them. All right, this is a PDF pattern. I did not print it in color, guys, because my ink in my printer was a little bit quirky. Oh, quirky. Speaking of quirky, I am doing the Mythical Creatures. This is by Darlene and Whimsy's design, and I am doing these for my son for Christmas. So I am not doing the unicorn for my son. I decided to give that to my daughter. But I'm doing Bigfoot and the Yeti, and then the Loch Ness Monster. So I'm doing this on 18 count natural Aida that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm using the called for DMCs, except for on the unicorn. But I started the unicorn and then I had to take it out because the colors I was using are washout on this fabric, so I have to pick out a different one. All right, so here's my start and finish. I'll show you that one first. So the Loch Ness Monster, I love it. It is so cute. I can't wait to turn this into an ornament. So here's my SAF. It's my only start and finish since the last time we updated, and don't mind my nails, they're terrible. All right, and then here is my whip on that project. So here's Bigfoot, and the only thing I have left to do for him is his hair, and I do have the called for Gentle Arts for that. I love the feet going around the outside, it's so cute. All right, and if you watched my whip parade, you saw this already. I have not worked on it since I did my whip parade. I did actually work on it. I started the unicorn, but like I said, the colors were a washout, so I have to, I had to tear it out and I have to get a darker color. I'm doing a variegated floss for that from DMC, and the yellow in it was just too light and you couldn't see any of it, so I'll get a different one. All right, so that's my first start. Then my second start is Country Cottage Needlework. And it is Angels. This is one of my favorite Christmas hymns is Angels We Have Heard on High. So let me take it out actually because the ring light's a little bit too much for this tiny little thing. So here it is. I started this on Wednesday of this week, and this is where I am. I'm doing this on 32 count vintage country mocha Lugana, and I'm using all the called for except for the red. It calls for Ladybug, and I am using Ruby Slippers, I think. Let me check it. It might be ribbon red, but I think it's Ruby Slippers. Hang on, I'll check. I will check. It is Ruby Slippers. I was right. I wanted it to be a more red color. I feel like Ladybug is a little too pink. So it's coming along so nice. It's so cute. So that's my second start. And those were the only 2 starts I had since the last time I filmed an update. Been really good about working on the things that I've said I was going to work on. All right, so here we go into my whips. All right, so whip number 1. I believe I showed in the last update, but now I'm trying to think if I remember showing it or not. Call me out on it if you're a subscriber and you saw the last video and if I showed this or not. But I am doing the December Trucking Along by Stitching with the Housewives. I started this 2 weeks ago on Monday. So 2 weeks ago today, I started it. I'm doing it on 32 count chalkboard Lugana, which again is kind of difficult for my eyes to see, so I really only stitch on it during the day when I really have good lighting, and this is where I am. So cute. It's coming out so nice. It's gonna be smaller than a lot of other people's because I'm doing it on 32 count instead of 28 count, but I like it smaller. And I'm not doing the rest of the Trekking Along series. I'm only doing this one. So I might do August, just the picture, not the like, because I like the sunflowers in the truck. But I'm not planning to do that as like a calendar piece. All right, the next whip I worked on is Peace on Earth. It is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and when you last saw it, I just had this done, the Peace on Earth, and part of the snowflake. I worked on this quite a bit last week because I couldn't put it down. I was having so much fun with it. And I need to maybe tape it because it's getting a little frayy on the sides. This is where I am now. I'm doing this in the called for DMCs. It was far too expensive to do this in the Gentle Arts called. But I love it. It's beautiful. And I am looking forward to working on this some more this week because this is one of my focus pieces for Christmas in July. And there's only a few more days left of July. 5 days actually left of July. All right, this piece is my anniversary piece, and this piece I am doing as a wedding sampler. It's called Lighting the Way. It's by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm gonna change the date here to say 2000, and then I'm gonna put my husband's initials and my initials in the 2 windows down below. I had a really good start on this. This is going on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, and this is on Belfast linen. Yes, this is on Belfast linen. I think. It's not even weave, even though it feels fantastic. And that's where I am. I started in the bottom left-hand corner, and I got all of the water done. And this is mostly DMCs. There's only 1 week Dyeworks color that is required. And I am using B5200 instead, which is like, I think it was like Snowflake or something. Just move these ones I already talked about over here. All right, next one I worked on was Brooks Books Publishing. Oh, I had a finish. I'll have to show that on my other one. I finished my niece's Angel. It's down in the basement. Sorry, guys. These are the Advent calendars, and I'm not going to pull out the picture of the one that I'm really close to finishing because all I really have left to do on her is a little bit of back stitch. So you'll get to see it. Here she is, number 1. This is Katie Kitty. You can find these on the Brooks Books Publishing website for free. I'm doing this on 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin. in all the called for colors. And all I have left is just some laces to do on her shoes and some backstitch on her face, like her little like whiskers and stuff. And then she'll be done. And then I'll finish Peter Polar Bear. Hopefully. Something is not getting me to like work on him, and I'm not sure what it is. Maybe I'll work on him today just to get there. Can't believe I forgot to bring the angel upstairs. I was gonna do, oops, this is like totally like tearing. I was gonna do my video in the basement in the craft room, and I just didn't get to it that day. All right, so that is all of my cross stitch whips, I think. We all know that I'm very forgetful. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I never talked about this one, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well. All right, so now let's talk about some other things that I've been working on. So I worked on project bags. Oh, and I have 2 fully finished items too. Oh my gosh, I'll show them next time. I'm just gonna take a deep breath. I will show them the next time. All right, I made project bags. All right, so let's talk about some of the project bags I made. So I made this project bag right here, and I can't show it to you like this because the pattern's in it. So let me take the pattern out and show you the project bag. So I made this one. I loved this lobster fabric. This fabric I got, it's a fat quarter from Walmart, and then this came from Hobby Lobby, this lobster fabric. I love it. I got some stronger vinyl this time because the project bags that I had made before didn't have this like nice stronger vinyl. So I made that one. And I like the upright ones because I can keep my pattern in them. I did make a bunch of sideways ones though too. So there's that one. Then I made this one right here. And this one's super cute. It's got like forest animals in it. Here, I can take out the pattern so you can see more of the fabric. I don't like the gray fabric on the outside though. It's not quilting fabric. It's more like a rayon blend. It's not like cotton, so it's not, this one's a lot flimsier than the other ones. But I love the fabric. And it's okay for myself, you know. I'm not selling these, so it's okay. I might sell them someday. My husband wants me to, but I just don't feel like my sewing is all that good right now. Like, I still make a lot of mistakes. So until I get better at it, I'm not gonna sell them. I'm just gonna create them for myself. Then I made this one, and I really like this one with the owl fabric. And this just has like a cream colored fabric on the inside. As you can see, like these are, they're definitely not perfect. This was the first one I made actually, and you can tell by the corners because I didn't bind them right. And then I was like, oh, I think I'm supposed to do it differently. This one's my favorite, and it's the best quality one that I made. I'll take this out so you can see the fabric inside. So this one was by far the best one that I made. And I love the fabric. I got this fabric from Michael's. Their new fat quarters. So cute. This did too. It all came from Michael's. So I love this. Definitely this one came out really well. I was very pleased with that one. And I did make one more, but it needs to be resewn. I did show it in my whip braid. It needs to be sewn again. So there's what I was doing over the course of 2 weeks. That was a lot. All right, let's move on to what I bought, shall we? Okay, so I did buy some fabric. I bought the fabric for lighting the way, and I couldn't wait to start that, so I started it. And I bought some fancy floss for a couple of projects I have coming up, some Weeks Dye Works and some Classic Colorworks. And I bought some patterns. All right, let me show you what I bought. So I showed that one, I have a new stand here that I'm pulling out of, so bear with me as I pull those out. So I got this one. All right. So I purchased, I'll start with these guys. I decided I was going to do the Prairie Schooler Santas for significant years in my life. So the years that we got, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like shaking this. The year we got married and the year that all of our children were born, all 4 of our children were born. All of my patterns are simply just sliding off right now and onto the floor. All right, so we got married in 2000. So I purchased book number 206 from the Prairie Schooler, which is Santa's Revisited 5. I could not find the year 2000 by itself. So the 2000 Santa is Good Boys and Girls. So this Santa right here. So I will be doing that Santa. Then my first son was born in 2004, so I had to buy the Prairie Schooler book number 207. This has the 1995, the 2003, and the 2004 Santa in it. And the 2004 Santa is this one right here with the needlework kit and the needle and the cross stitch. So cute. Then my son Ryan was born in 2006. So I have the 2006 Santa, which came separately from all the rest because it was on back order. So here is the 2006 Santa. I apologize for the ring light, guys. There we go. Then I got the 2008 Santa for my daughter's birth. And this one is 2008. I don't know how I can get it. There you go. And then I also purchased the 2010 Santa for my youngest. And that's this one right here. And then I purchased the 2021 Santa because I feel like it was like kind of a year of new birth. And because I love forest animals. So there's a raccoon. There's a snowy owl. There's a duck. I don't know if that's supposed to be a coyote. Maybe. I love it. So those are the Prairie Schooler Santas I bought. All right, then I was at Hobby House Needleworks, which I don't know why I went in there without a chaperone. I should not go in there without a chaperone. Anyways, I was in there and I was talking to David and having a nice conversation and looking at charts and came out with a whole bunch of charts. So the first chart that I came out with was this one. I had been looking at these for a long time. They're by Little House Needleworks, and I think I want to do all of them, but I only picked up just this one to start. And it is Hope. So there's sheep, and one says hope, one says love, one says, I can't remember what they all say. Anyways, I love them all. But I wanted to start with this one. And then I also, in addition to that, had been looking for this pattern online and it was sold out almost everywhere. And I loved it when I saw, I can't even remember where I saw it. Oh my gosh. I saw it on somebody's Flosstube and I was like, oh yes, me please. All right, Candy Cane Lane. This is by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. Like I said, I can't remember. Maybe it was Soda Stitchers. It may not have been. I don't know. I can't even remember where I saw it. All I know is that I loved it. And I was like, I want that. And then I went looking for it online and couldn't find it anywhere. And these fuzzies are making my hair look like so bad. It has been so humid the last few days. And no matter what I do with my curly hair, it's just never gonna look good. I mean, it did the other day when I did my whip braid. I do have to say that. And again, I'm like makeupless this morning because I had to drop my my son off at driver's ed and my daughter off at horse camp, and I'm getting ready to leave for 4 days. So then I purchased a couple of Halloween patterns because I don't have any really Halloween patterns. So I purchased Haunted, and this is by Misty Purcell from Luminous Fiber Arts. And I plan to stitch all 4 of them. And then this one I really liked, and it is by Kathy Barrick. It's called Tonight is Halloween. And I saw this, I don't know, in somebody's whip parade. And I really liked it. It says, I think, shadows of 1,000 years rise again unseen, voices whisper in the trees, tonight is Halloween. I love it. I'm gonna do it exactly as called for, but probably, I don't know what the, honestly don't know what the fabric is. It's on Ale from Picture This Plus. I'll probably do it on 32 count because I don't do it on 40 count. I don't do anything on 40 count, but I'll try to find the Ale and do it on the 32 count Ale. I know that they carry Picture This Plus at Hobby House Needleworks. That's where I get a lot of it, actually. A lot of my fabric I get from there. Okay, and then the last pattern that I bought from there is by Kitty Me Designs, Pamela Kellogg, and it's a colorful cat, and it's in she has a whole series of them, and they are fabulous. And I'm gonna do the lemonade one, and I'm changing all of the pink to teal because this is gonna be a gift for my goddaughter, and that is what she would prefer. So this is gonna be for Christmas. So I got, and then the Krynic that they use is like a fuchsia Krynic. So it's like this dark, this is all in the Krynic. And for the one I'm gonna do, I'm doing it in the Diamante Rose Gold by DMC. So I can't wait to get started on that. This is gonna be kind of a project for Christmas, so I'm gonna have to get started on it. And then I got my Sweet Summertime, A Time for All Seasons Series 7 from Cottage Garden Samplings. This is a club I am in through Crazy Annie Stitching, and it comes with my 32 count of Vintage Country Mocha, which I never used for these patterns. So I got this one. So, rooster on top of a watermelon. All right. So that is all that I got for patterns, and I think all that I got, I did pick up some, scraps of fabric. I think just a 32 count charcoal Lugana from Hobby House. Looking through my little bin of fabric here, I don't see much. Then I followed the advice of Crystal Rowe, who mentioned that she gets a Redly subscription And you get a 2-month free trial. And in the 2-month free trial is the Halloween edition of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. Yep. So for my 2-month free trial, I was able to get patterns out of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween. And they have the World of Cross Stitch on there too, which is kind of an expensive magazine to get from overseas. It's a UK printed magazine. And I've been looking for one specific pattern out of the Christmas edition 2020, I think. Might be 2019. Anyways, I've been looking for this pattern of a Westie because one of my dogs is a Westie, and I found it and was able to get it. So I am so excited about it. So I picked out, I'm just going to tell you which ones I picked out because I don't have a cover photo for them. So I picked out Happy Halloween by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So it kind of looks like this. Kind of looks like that. And I printed that out. Hocus Pocus, I Need Coffee to Focus, which is by Rhonda Norrie. So I got that one. And then I also got Blackbirds on a Pumpkin, which is Karen Kluba of Rosewood Manor. So I picked out that one as well. And that one looks so cute. I can't wait to stitch that one. I don't like the called for fabric. Picture this plus spice cashel linen. It's too dark. I'll probably do it on something lighter so that the colors can pop out a little bit more. So I got those. And that's it. I think now it's time to talk about plans. So I plan to finish, oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not it. I lied. I lied to you. I have 2 whips that I worked on that one was for my stitch along and the other one was for, it was in my bag, that's why I didn't see it. Alright, because I plan to work on these over the course of the next couple days. Alright, so Countdown to Christmas by Cottage Needleworks. I had started this. I had this whole upper part done and then realized that I was not on a square when I did it and it was making it very hard to find the next one. So I tore it all out and I started it over again. And here is what I did. Instead, I just did the straight line of snow across, and then I can just start with the houses, and then I can do the arch again, because I didn't really feel like starting the arch again. This is on 32 count antique lamb's wool. So I'm excited about that. And then the piece I was working on for my stitch along, which I plan to work on again in my stitch along today after I take my shower and get ready, is the Santa Sampler, also by Cottage Needleworks. Let me find it. Which looks like this. And this is where I am on this. This is on 32 count lamb's wool lamb's wool linen. This is on Belfast linen, I believe. So there's that one. I can't believe I forgot to show these. Sorry guys. It's because these are part of my plans. So I plan to work on these pretty much through the rest of Jolly July to finish them off. Since I'm done with my Whip Go projects, I don't have to take those with me unless I want to. I am going to my dad's for 4 days. That's definitely going. Lighting the Way is probably going. So I know the Brooks Books Publishing is going. December Trucking Along is gonna go. And I'm pretty certain, I know I'm going to work on angels because I want to finish that this week. Oh my gosh, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my projects. I apologize. I'm just putting them in my bag as I talk about them and like think about them and go through them. I would love to work on Hope. I said I was going to, and then I never did. So it's going in the bag. That's a hope. I can get to that. Hope I can get to the Hope one. August 1st. I'm going to start, and I know I said this before, I'm going to say it again, because I really want to. Oh, Peace on Earth is going with me. So this is going to go with me, and this one, I have to pull out here. This one is Halloween Quaker. It's by Lila's Studio. And I'm going to start this on August 1st. So that's next weekend. Hopefully I'll film before then, but this is going to be my August 1st start. And I'm going to take it with me just in case I feel like starting it before then. Because I think I will. I've had all of the materials and I've been ready to start it for a long time. And I just really wanted to stitch on Christmas in July, so that's what I've been doing. Okie dokie. Well, I hope that you all have a blessed day. I hope you all have a blessed week, and I will see you in the next one. Keep smiling, stay cool, and try to enjoy your loved ones, and I will see you next time. Bye now.